So in 2019, 999 people were shot and killed. By race, 403 were white, 250 were black, 163 was Hispanic, 41 others, and 142 unknown. Now, I'm making this video because I want to know how many people have to lose their life before we understand these police are not playing. How many blacks, how many whites, how many Hispanics have to die before we understand that these people are not playing any games? I don't understand why people do not want to live in reality. And the reality is, if you play with the police, you get killed. If you do not follow orders, you get hurt, you get slammed, you get teeth knocked out, you get broken bones, and potentially get killed for not listening. I want to say this. A lot of this stuff can be, right, avoided if a lot of people would just listen, right? Listen. Comply. When police pull up, I need you guys to understand something. He's not a judge. He's not a lawyer, right? So a lot of times when a police officer pulls up, he's just there to write you a ticket, take you to jail, defuse the situation, or give you a warning. Now, if you are going to jail, there's no reason to argue with the police. You want to know why? Because he's not the lawyer and he's not the judge. So the officer cannot deem you guilty or not guilty. The officer cannot say, well, these people say you stole something and you saying you not. But these people say they have you on camera, right? So I gotta arrest you. Now, I'm not saying you guilty. I'm just saying I have to place you under arrest until you go get a lawyer and see the judge, and then the judge determines whether you are guilty or not guilty. When we look at social media, when we look at, all these websites, the news, they love to keep foolishness going on. They love to make one race feel like everybody's after them. They love to make one race feel like they are better than another race. But I'm here to tell you, it's all a game, it's all a lie, and it's all an illusion. Does racism exist? Yes. Are there bad cops? Yes. Do white people hate black people? Yes. Do black people hate white people? Yes. Will hate always exist? Yes. Because hate will come from an individual standpoint. This is something that will never be able to be breed out or be bred away. Hate will always exist. Hatred has no color, right? And I need people to understand this, because when we're looking at social media, when we're looking at the news, a lot of times people feel that a certain group of people are being targeted, right? A certain group of people is being treated a certain way that nobody else is being treated. In some instances, yes, that's true. Is it for every person in the world? No. So I'm making this video because I just want to know, How many more people gotta die or get their head bust by officers until we realize these people ain't playing? You know, I've always known police don't play, right? I've always known my limitations when I'm dealing with police, right? I know what to do. I know what not to do. I know how far, I can take it. I know what I can say and so on. And I know when to stop. I know when to back up. And at the end of the day, we're dealing with a lot of people who don't know when to stop, who don't know when to back up, who don't know their limitations. When you're dealing with an officer is just an employee. That's all he is. He's just an employee. He can't deem you guilty. He can't deem you not guilty. His job is to pull up, defuse situations, arrest people, potentially kill people. This is what he does. And I'm not understanding why people are not really realizing this. Every time somebody gets shot, we want to act like we don't know they shoot people. When somebody is committing a crime and then they get threw on the ground, threw on their head, we want to act like we don't understand that police do this. This is what they do. This is what they do. When you don't comply, I'm going to make you comply. When you don't comply, I'm going to make you comply. So it's either you comply or I'm going to make you comply. You choose. Some people choose to take the hard route. Make me comply. Okay. No problem. So, let's stop acting like we don't know the outcome when you're dealing with police. Let's stop acting like we don't know the outcome when a police officer pulls his gun on you. What do you think's gonna happen? You think he's just gonna pull his gun out and laugh and joke with you and, hey man, I'm just pulling it out on you. I just thought about pulling the gun out on you. You would comply, you would stop. When the gun is pulled, no more games. It really ain't too much more talking. Once the gun's pulled, we here. I don't care about the laws you think you know. I don't care about you think you know the story and you did this and you did that. When that gun is pulled, it don't matter no more. We're going to take this up in court. Yeah. We need to go in front of judge. We need to go in front of lawyers. Yeah. That's what happens when the guns is drawn. When the tasers are drawn, ain't no more games. Ain't no more laughing, ain't no more joking. We here now. So in 2020, let's stop acting like we don't know what happens when we run into police. Whether you black, whether you white. You know what happens if you act silly. You know what happens if you don't comply. You know what happens if you black. You know what happens if you white. You know what happens if you grab for something. You know what happens if you run back to your car and try to grab for something. You know what happens. Let's stop acting like we don't know what happens when we are dealing with police. When you're dealing with police, it can go one of two ways. You comply and let them take you to jail, or you don't comply and let them take you to the cemetery or the hospital. You choose. But here on this platform, we're not choosing sides. We're going to continue to speak with truth. We're going to continue to live in reality. You don't have to tell me what happens when you don't comply, when you want to go back and forth. Listen, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to say, turn around, you go in jail. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to hear the story and all that. It's over. 2020. Let's stop acting like we don't know the outcome when we're dealing with these police. Kentucky, y'all drop y'all comment. Y'all let us know what y'all think. If this is your first time coming across the platform, help the platform out. Like, subscribe, turn on the like bell so every time we drop a video, you know y'all get it first. Kentucky, I want to thank y'all for supporting. We can't do this without y'all. Comply. Stop arguing. Win your battle in court. Do it the right way. Because all that arguing, all that fighting with the police, that shit don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Because once you go to court, it's going to show you was resisting arrest, and it's not going to look good on your behalf. Take it up in court. Win the right way. Do it the right way. So you can live another day and go home to your family and your kids. Kentucky, let's talk.
Kentucky, let's talk.
Exclusive, exclusive, exclusive.
Yeah, that was exclusive.